Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything that you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Okay? And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And an Ace of Swords. Wow, that is crystal clarity. This is enlightenment. This is a mate. Let's put this into some context though before I get too excited. Good fire energy, Wheel of Fortune. Good, really good earth energy. More good air energy. We got a couple of challenges, but that's good, right? If this was too easy, I wouldn't expect you to keep watching. Right? If this was just all sunshine, it wouldn't be worth it. I think we're getting a lot of sunshine, though. I really think, I think that Ace of Swords is just top notch. But let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. I'm going to select one card at random. We'll put our alien friend right on top. Thank you very much. We're not going to look at that until the very end, and hopefully that card will tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need. All right, so let's look around. The only major arcana that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. That is very interesting. We've got some fire, we've got some air, we've got some water, we've got some earth, some air, and some fire. So we need to talk about the Wheel of Fortune, we need to talk about that water. Okay, those are going to be, those are kind of the conflicting energies right now. I feel like we're kind of like, we're being called, we feel something in our gut, but we're trying to ignore it, you know. Let's just go, well, you know, no. I take that back. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to start with the Seven of Cups. Let's get this out of the way, right? Because I feel like this is, we need to do it in a certain order. We can't go to that Ace of Swords first. We have to go to this, I think, is where we are now. This is what is above us. I feel like we're feeling underwater right now. Okay. I think that, well, honestly, I think that we've felt this way for a while now. I'm trying to remember the last couple of readings for Scorpio. I think we've had some similar energy. This is something that feels difficult. It feels like we can't really get out of it. Okay. It feels like we are trying to swim to the top, and it's kind of difficult. Trying to get out of this quicksand, and we're kind of making it worse. So I feel the reason why we're under this water or in this situation, these are all the things that we distract ourselves with. These are the things that we do or feel or say, or habits we have, behaviors, situations, relationships, right? With people, with places, with things that we use to distract ourselves from what's really going on. Yeah. And this is no conspiracy theory. I think we do that. I think we feel something and we aren't ready yet to really look at it. So we just kind of say, what do I see around me that I can distract myself with? You know, we all do that. I'm not sure if I've talked about this on this channel, but I struggled with alcoholism and addiction for years. For years. It kind of runs in my family. It's a generational thing. I'm getting a little choked up. But I've been abstinent from drugs and alcohol now for many years. Okay, I don't know how many exactly, 10 more, something like that. But it was bad. It was really bad. And that's because I was trying to ignore something within myself. I didn't want to have to focus on this. I didn't want to have to do this spiritual work, essentially. Right? And I say spiritual kind of loosely. It's a blanket term, I think. For some of us, it's not general at all. It's very specific. But really, it's about this Wheel of Fortune, this Jupiter energy. It's it's spirit kind of knowing what's good for us, trying to show us, trying to tell us through gut feelings, through coincidences, and they may be getting more and more obvious, as time goes on. Bigger, stranger things start happening, and we maybe turn to our distractions a little bit more because we don't want to hear it, right? We put these blinders on. But Spirit's going to keep telling you. It's going to keep showing you. And if we continue to ignore it, those messages are going to get a little bit stronger, a little bit more blunt, and that, I think, is something that we need to be aware of, because if we continue to ignore it, Spirit's going to just keep using stronger and stronger medicine, and I don't want to speculate on that, because that's kind of I'm thinking back about my own life. The more I would stay with my addictions, my indulgences, my distractions, the louder the message from Spirit would get. So the more I would get into my, addictions and stuff. Until, there's either you find yourself at rock bottom, let's say. Okay. And that is the strongest message that Spirit can send you. Okay. Almost the strongest, very close to the strongest message that Spirit can send you. So it would be nice to kind of wake up to this and claim this before we get to that point, okay? And I kind of think that's what's going on right now. And I love that we have this fire energy. I love that we have this Ace of Swords right in the middle. So this is your destiny. This is Spirit calling you. This is that Jupiter energy, expansiveness says, hey, I've got this whole kingdom is yours, but you're just off, messing around. Come home, claim your rightful place in this kingdom. You haven't wanted to for whatever reason. We all have our reasons why we're avoiding doing this work. It's not easy work. We see that with this fire energy. It's not easy work. But it's you're the heir, right? This is your kingdom. And this Jupiter has this energy like, I'm going to keep calling you home. I'm going to keep calling you to your destiny. And if you don't listen, I'm going to start calling you louder. I'm going to send some energy out to try to wake you up. Yeah. And this, I think, is very unique to everybody. This was unique to me. It's going to be unique to you. Whatever this kingdom is, whatever this life is, right? This is the world around you. This is the work that you do. This is what makes you happy. This is the responsibilities that you have. This is the level of success that you have, or that you will have, And I think you feel this within. This is the loudspeaker in the back of your mind that we're trying to drown out, But I think you're making a different choice today. Here's the Two of Wands. It's interesting that beneath everything, we've got a wheel. Above everything, at the end, we've got a wheel. So if this Wheel of Fortune is what you feel is your destiny, if this is your destiny calling you, it's still unmanifested, right? Still in potential form. By the end of this reading, this is going to be you. You're going to be manifesting that destiny. You're going to be living in the kingdom, doing your work. manifesting your creativity, right? Taking this fire energy that we start with and manifesting it into your life, into the world around you. Okay? But first we have to choose to turn that fire on. Get mad, right? Get fired up. Make the choice to stand up and get your blood pumping, right? Get mad, yell, scream if you have to. Primal screaming, I think, is something that's very very effective. It's a very powerful thing, not only not only like psychologically, but just as an assertive gesture of our own potential, of our own creative power, right? Because everything began with a word. Yeah. So maybe in this case, the word hasn't been enough. Maybe everything needs to start with a scream, So maybe we should explore some primal screaming. The last time I've done anything like that was 20 years ago, and I remember, it's one of those, it's just, it was just another day, out with friends. But I remember the day, and I was standing, it was, I don't know, the middle of the night, we were on a beach having a bonfire and drinking and stuff. And I was standing just in front of the ocean, and I was just screaming at the top of my lungs. And thinking about it now, start getting a little embarrassed by that, right? So it's good for us psychologically, it's good for us emotionally, it's good for us to overcome that kind of a blockage, right? To let that out, and I don't care who hears me. I don't care what I look like or what I sound like. But it releases something, and it kind of activates this creative power. And for me at the time, it was when I kind of woke up to this fact that, hey, I was swimming in it. I was ignoring spirit, and I was just swimming in this Seven of Cups muck. So maybe that's what we need to attempt here. Yeah. Because by the end of this, I want to see you manifesting your creativity in some way, right? Doesn't mean you have to suddenly start painting or something if that's not your style, right? But doing things with intention, I think that is what creativity is. Not doing what we think we're supposed to be doing, not just going through the motions and living the routine, but doing something with intention to say, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you do it, or as close as you can. But something like that. It's being creative. It's having the fire, the will, the intention, and then manifesting it, whatever it may be, right? And it doesn't have to be immediate. It doesn't say, okay, well, in 6 hours, I'm going to wake up again. It could be something long-term, right? This doesn't all have to happen in a day. We have to set goals. We have to set an intention, but we don't want to just do it haphazardly. I can't say, in a year, I'm going to be the CEO of, YouTube or something. It has to be reasonably attainable, right? Not that you couldn't become the CEO of YouTube. If you do, I need to talk to you. What we need is clarity. What we need is enlightenment. What we need is to listen to spirit and really know ourselves, and really, I think, by something akin to primal screaming, something that's going to wake us up and activate this power. We need to get this clarity. And this Ace of Swords, I think this is coming in fast. We've got this fire energy right here that's bringing this major arcana up into this water, and this water, we're going to start boiling this water away, evaporating it, sublimating it, really. Sublimating this stuff. Going directly from a solid to a gas, right? Because this is an intense, very intense fire. A lot of work. We have this Prince of Wands here too. Very, very active fire energy. This is pretty simple. This is you out here doing things. This is you setting the intention with the Two of Wands, and this is you out here trying to fulfill that, right? Seeing what works. This is kind of experimentation. This is creative experimentation. But this is the certainty. This is the enlightenment. This is the full spiritual activation from root to crown chakra. You're going to light up, like a Christmas tree. And this is going to give you that certainty. And I think this is the process that we need to work on. I think it is going to be activated by this fire energy, by setting an intention and doing everything we can to fulfill that, to get up and start working on these little things. And we can start small. The Eight of Pentacles over here, well, the 2 and the 8 of Pentacles is saying, hey, you can start making positive changes one little thing at a time, right? Just one thing at a time. We need something major to kind of turn on this fire energy. And then the Prince of Wands is making these little changes, step by step, day by day. What are some small changes that you can set the intention for right now, that you can fulfill, to say, okay, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to take 2 really deep breaths, today, before sunset today, something like that, right? Something relatively easy. You still have to push yourself. You still have to get up and go do it. This is the card that's getting up and going to do it. But you have to make those decisions. You have to activate that energy in order to do that. And yes, I use these kind of dumb, examples, but basically it's for the next hour, I'm not going to have a drink, or I'm not going to have a cigarette, or, I'm going to set my alarm for 6 o'clock. I'm gonna wake up at 6 o'clock. Even if you just wake up, get out of bed, get a drink of water, and go back to sleep. Okay, but you're working on it, right? You're doing it. You're trying. You're setting the intention, and then you're working on it. I think we need to claim this right now. I think your destiny is waiting for you. Let me change that. It's not waiting for you. It's saying now. It's not going to wait for you. It's going to drag you forward if it needs to, right? But we want to be in a positive relation with this energy, okay? We want to be in line with it. We want to be in harmony with it. So here's the Ace of Swords. This is that enlightenment, that certainty that we need. And sometimes this certainty is not going to come except by experimentation. It's an ace, yes, it's one will, one intention. That is to claim your birthright, claim your destiny, fulfill your purpose, your being. But this may come through very many little swords, right? One little promise at a time, one step at a time, 1 hour, 1 minute at a time, okay? These are the infinite little decisions we make every day. The little oath, the little promise. We're speaking a truth out into the world, and we're doing our best to fulfill it, right? We have to start small, perhaps, and expand, get bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is maybe one overarching oath, promise, goal, the one truth that you live under. And everything else, all of these other little swords, we see more swords here, all of these other little swords are your daily efforts, drop by drop. Right? Little tiny sword at a time. They all go into this fire. All of the little tiny swords go into this fire to create that Ace of Swords. Okay? It takes little drops of effort. There's going to be failure. There's going to be setbacks and sabotage. There's going to be treachery. It's not going to be easy. But we need to claim this now, because your destiny, I think, is really going to be tremendous. You're going to do this, And it's just a matter of how smooth the ride is going to be and how fast we'll get there. Yeah. So the Eight of Swords in the immediate future is The confusion, the idea that you don't know where to start. It's trying to keep us down. This is ego. This is, parts of our psyche that are trying to stop the change, that are trying to halt things. We want to stay Seven of Cups. So it's going to just be like, oh, I don't know where to start. I'm confused. I don't know what I should do. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know. I don't know. I can't, whatever. Right? And this could lock you up. Yeah, this could really make it difficult for you. This is a snare. Right? That's why we have, first of all, the overarching oath, the top level promise that you're making, right? To follow your will, to find your will and to do it. Whatever it might be. And that's why we have this fire energy. The fire energy doesn't sit there and doubt and think and wonder and be like, well, I don't know where to start. I don't really know how to organize things. There's too much to do. It doesn't matter. The fire energy just does it. It doesn't matter where you start. Just start somewhere. Yeah. So we've got to get past this so we can get to this. This is nice. This is beautiful. I really am very pleased with the energy that we have. The first thing is this Two of Discs. I think you're ready for a change. You're ready to start making positive steps toward your fulfillment, your future, your happiness, towards manifesting your creative will, what we see at the end. This is the wheel, right? The wheel in motion. We're ready for that. We're ready for change. I think we have been for a while. I think literally right now is the time for you to claim it. Right? Activate this energy. Claim it right now and say, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start right this minute. Right this minute. Unless you're driving, then pull over and then you start. But we have to be ready for change. We have to kind of know a little bit about ourselves. Here's the Eight of Discs. We have to have an idea of what to do. Now, we don't want to get to this Eight of Swords. That just says, I don't know what to do. There's too many things. Where do I start? Should I make a list? This is similar, but different, right? This is, yes, you need to kind of know the details. You need to know yourself. You need to know what types of things you can change. We need to know what steps we can take right now to start manifesting our creative will. We need to listen. Maybe this Ace of Swords is a little bit about listening. Listen to this major arcana, the only one here. This is front and center. This is the wheel upon which every other aspect of your life hinges. Everything in your life is a spoke on this wheel. We have to see this. We have to listen to it. We have to get the details of our environment, of the physical reality that we live in, and what kind of things we need to do. So yeah, maybe make a list. Don't make excuses. Don't let this list prevent you from acting. But we have to know the details. We have to start small. We have to be calm and focused. We have to go slow, right? Do things the right way. One little thing, one step at a time, 1 minute at a time. I'm not going to drink for the next minute. Whatever it might be, right? I'm just using myself as an example. But we all know the things that we need to do. And we need to start doing them. Now, we've got 6 of Swords here. This is in the position of what we don't want. I kind of feel like this is like a communication kind of thing. I feel like we might need to start expressing our energy in certain areas of our life this is almost like telling your friends, hey, I can't go out and drink with you anymore, Something like that. Maybe not that exactly, right? I'm not saying everybody has a drinking problem. I'm saying that we need to organize our lives in such a way that we set ourselves up for success, right? We need to know what is in our environment. This card is in our environment. That's what this position of the Dove and Serpent spread is. This is our environment. We need to know what's in our environment so that we can organize and structure our lives in such a way that we have the best opportunity to have the smoothest and fastest ride. Yeah. So this, I think, is communication. This is about being able to say no. This is about being able to resist, peer pressure, really, right? It's still a thing, peer pressure. But this is in the position of what we don't want. And I think that this is, we don't want this because this is the difficult thing. To be centered and confident in our choices and being able to communicate that effectively to the people around us, our loved ones, our pets, our plants, our people. But we need this. And this is part of that primal screaming, I think, right? The ability to express yourself. Who cares what people are going to think? You know what you need to do. You know your connection with Spirit. You know that this destiny is calling you. So it doesn't matter what other people think, but we have to organize our lives in such a way that we can make the type of progress we want. Because the progress really is this. It's your life. It's your will in motion. Man, this is great. This is really, this is a really positive thing, this 4. Right? This is your creative will manifesting. This is you really taking, basically taking this fire energy into your destiny and manifesting it. You're living your life. You're living your destiny. You have claimed your rightful place in the kingdom, and you're doing it. This is fantastic. Now, I think this energy is coming in very fast. Okay, I get the sense that this is not waiting around anymore, that this has been, Spirit has tried to use some kind of subtle ways to get your attention. It hasn't worked, so now it's coming in fast. I think we need to activate it. I think we need to claim this right now. First, let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what this might reveal to us. I can't get that alien to stand up anymore. Okay. I feel like this is more fire energy, right? I feel kind of a bit of an anxiety or a bit of a rush to things right now, like an urgency, So let's just take a look at it. Yeah, this is pure fire energy. This is judgment, also called the eon. This is rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. This is the final judgment. This is the final curtain call. This is the last call. This is the bugle in the morning to wake your ass up out of bed, right? This is the last snooze. This is the last alarm on your alarm clock, right? And this is pure fire energy. So this is saying, look, it's happening now. You better hear this trumpet because this is as loud as it's going to blow, and it's painfully loud now, This card's also saying that, look, this is the wake-up call to your future. So, yeah, it might be difficult, right? It might be not fun, but you've got such amazing things on the other side of this morning. Amazing things. Your future starts now. Your life starts now. This is the rebirth, reawakening card. Now's the time to reawaken. All right? And I'm so happy that we're having these readings, Scorpio. I think these are the best readings for you. Okay? So let's claim this energy now. And even those of us that maybe aren't struggling so much with the 7 of Cups or struggling in different ways, let's claim this energy now. Let's reaffirm. Let's reawaken, right? As often as we need to. It's okay to fall back, backslide, whatever. Every moment can be this reawakening moment. So let's claim it, all right? We're also going to do an extended If you want to stick around, just click up here, Scorpio. Thank you so much. Definitely hit the like button, leave me a comment. Let me know that you're accepting this message, that you're claiming it. Okay? Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the extended. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.